Hello, this is Dr. Michael Gott. I'm a practicing sports medicine orthopedic surgeon in Westchester County, New York. Today we're going to talk about Tony Romo as we go over our fantasy injuries for this year. Of course, Tony Romo is again highlighting our year of fantasy football injuries. As you probably know, in the preseason game this past week, Tony Romo suffered an injury to his spine. The reports now say that he has a compression fracture in his spine. So this is the spinal column. These are the bones or the vertebrae, and between them are the discs. The discs are made of cartilage. A compression fracture usually occurs in people who have osteoporotic or very weak bone. It's rare to have a compression fracture in somebody like Tony Romo. It's usually something called a burst fracture, where this actually compresses and bone then comes back into where the spinal column is, or the spinal cord. Luckily, he must have not had any retropulsion, or meaning pieces of bone back against the nerves, and he only had compression of his vertebrae. Now, he's had injuries in his back before, where he's had broken transverse processes and things like that. This is a little bit bigger deal because he did break one of his vertebrae. Most of the time in elderly patients, it really has to do with their pain to get them back to ambulating, but they're not getting hit by 300-pound linemen. Tony has a bigger problem. It's going to take him quite a long time to recover from this because first, the fracture has to heal, meaning that if it's not healed, his spinal column won't be stable enough to withstand another hit. So it really won't even be safe for him to play until there's radiographic evidence of healing or even CAT scan evidence. And that takes at least 6 to 8 weeks. Other than that, while he's recovering, he's going to lose significant strength in his core and in his abdominal muscles, as well as the muscles surrounding the spine. So after that, he's going to have to recover back to football shape. A mid-season return is optimistic. I see him being out at least in week 10 or week 12.